Can you say Daddy plays video games?
Daddy's training the drinks.
Hey guys, Gamer Dan here, and I wanted to come at you with a Battlefield, 3 in the background, but Battlefield 4 video. I'm really excited. I'm extremely excited, is what I was about to say, regarding all the upcoming things, especially everything that came out in the last couple weeks. Gamescom and some of the reveal, the multiplayer, all the trailers that have come out, the Obliteration, the Parcel, Levolution, the DLC, release dates, beta dates, all that kind of stuff. So I'm fairly new. I'm a fairly new Battlefield player. I'm kind of new to the whole genre. I played Medal of Honor Allied Assault and some of the old school EA shooters, but I really didn't get back into EA shooters until, fairly recently, when I picked up Battlefield 3 and I really enjoy the game. So I kind of wanted to highlight some things that I'm most excited about, and this is from the perspective of Gamer Dad, a bit of a Battlefield noob, as you probably see in the background. I'm playing a TDM map, luckily enough dropped into it. So first and foremost, what I'm most excited about was Levolution. Now, the precursor to that was watching that 10-minute multiplayer reveal. I think I watched that probably 12 times over the course of 2 days when it came out. So, the whole destructible environment thing, coming from someone who's played Call of Duty since Call of Duty 2, that is just an extremely wonderful breath of fresh air to be able to have fully destructible environments. So, Levolution now, a quote from the actual trailer says it takes the next step in player choice, how you affect the world and how the world affects you. You couldn't have put it better. That's exactly what Levolution does bring. Some things that are highlighted in that video, I'm sure most of you have probably seen it, but taking out a light that light pole or the structure, and then the dude walks up the structure and it becomes part of the environment. So it's not just something that falls down and becomes some invisible wall. The ability, even the small things like making bollards go up, closing the garage gate, trapping the guy in the car, the metal detectors, the car alarms, all of this is using the environment as a tactical advantage. And that is just mind-blowingly awesome. Now, the ambient changes to the environment, I just think is really neat. I don't necessarily call it game-changing, but I do think it's really unique. The dust blowing through the city, the dam breaking, and kind of flooding the map. I guess that's kind of game-changing. The massive rain and hailstorm that occurs on those islands. All of these are pretty incredible. But I think what really takes the cake is the massive gameplay events that are triggered. Now, I feel like these are a little bit more impressive than the gas station falling down in a video that a lot of us have seen, or the ability to blow out a chunk of a wall, or things like that. I just really think that EA has, or EA/DICE has really. They didn't just take it up a notch. They took it up 80 notches. And any of those guys, anybody here out there that cruises Reddit that might listen or watch this video, there was a YouTube video comparing Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4 Destruction. If you guys haven't seen it, it's absolutely hilarious. It's like a minute and a half long, and I laughed pretty good when I saw it, and I shared it with some guys there at work. I'll go ahead and put a link to the description down below. Check it out after you watch this video. It's pretty funny, especially for Battlefield fans. You're gonna find it hilarious. But like I had said, flooding a city, releasing a battleship, taking down a massive skyscraper, all these things, these are absolute game changers. And I hate to use that word because I feel like in blogs, in videos, in coming from producers and PR and marketing from any game that comes out, it's called a game changer. But when the player can interact with the environment in a first-person shooter so much so that the complete dynamic of the map shifts. Now, this isn't a timed event. This isn't something that will have to occur. This is something that the players do themselves. Giving that level of depth of play to a first-person shooter, that's incredible. Now, the two things that I found most exciting and interesting from DICE regarding dice/EA. Like I said, I'm somewhat new to the Battlefield, so I don't know who to quote here. Regarding the game changer, that's Levolution, is first off, they're not making these things to be, oh, that's neat or gimmicky, things that happen on the map. They're not cute, they're not small. Like I had said, it completely changes the entire gameplay of the map. Now, the second thing that I get really excited about is the Battlefield, the blog from Battlefield.com. I've been reading through that the last few days. There's a quote on there that really stuck out to me. It says, quote, "The triggers for these big events can almost be treated like sub-objectives that some players will want to protect from attacks while others will want to divert some resources to make sure that it happens." So this, again, like I'm saying, this kind of reiterates what my point is. They've added even more depth, even more layers to a first-person shooter. And I keep saying first-person shooter because there's a lot of multi-layered games out there. But a lot of times first-person shooters don't rate on the top 5 of multi-layered games. Usually they're phenomenal games that have like maybe an MMORPG aspect or some single-player aspect. But the fact that they're giving these options and the abilities to 64-person maps, that's incredible. So anyway, the sub-objectives for some players. But for me, I personally am going to be happy to get to the primary objective. Now, being a fairly new Battlefield player, as you can see in the background video, this is kind of this is my mind frame. Okay, so when I watched the Parcel video, the obliteration gameplay and this Levolution gameplay, I almost felt, daunted by the sheer amount of stuff to do in Battlefield 4. And talk about a first world problem. There's too many things to play in a game. I mean, if you see from the picture here on the screen, I mean, look at all of that stuff going on the screen. I mean, this is a screen cap from the Obliteration multiplayer gameplay. There's so many things going on under the HUD. Compare this to maybe another said first-person shooter game when all you really got to do is focus on the center of your screen. I mean, let me explain a little bit further. So, I primarily come from Call of Duty, okay? But I have complete respect and admiration for each title. So I'm not calling myself a fanboy of each of them. Even though I've played one longer and more, I like both of them very much, but separately. Now, this might come from indecision. I can't figure out what game to play. Or, I like to relate it to this. I have 2 sons. I'm a gamer dad. And they're very, very close in age. They're 14 months apart. Now, both are exactly the opposite. Now, if there's any dads or moms out there, you might understand this. One is very type A. In other words, he wants to help. He wants to be a good boy all the time. He always wants to do things for his mom. He always wants to do things for me. He's always wanting to be the good boy, picking things up, doing all this kind of stuff. And he sleeps very well. He doesn't eat very well. Okay, so then I have my other son who's very stubborn, very mischievous, likes to break the rules, likes to openly be defiant, get in trouble, almost always has a bruise, a bump, or cut, something going on. Eats like a champ, sleeps terribly. Okay, so I love these boys just the same, but they couldn't be more different from each other. Now, I thoroughly enjoy each of these major first-person shooters, Battlefield and Call of Duty, just the same. So coming from someone who has primarily played Call of Duty in the past, I see all of these things going on the screen, and my hope is I'm just going to be able to function as an active, helpful member of the squad or team. I mean, that's my big hope. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand objective gameplay. That's all I play in Call of Duty. And some of you might scoff when you hear that. The objectives in Battlefield are far more in-depth, far more intricate, and team-reliant than Call of Duty. But this is what draws me to Battlefield, is the objective, the purpose of each map. It's including every single person on that map. Now, real quick, I'm going to go over a few of the things I find daunting about Battlefield 4. From a gamer dad noob here. Jets. Don't worry, I won't use your jet. I'm going to stay out of your jet. I don't know how to fly a jet. In Battlefield 3, if I see a jet that's been sitting on the runway for 5 minutes, I might get in there. I might check it out, but I'm going to die. Or I'm just going to use it like a parachute drop, which might make some of you groan. I don't know how to fly a jet. I don't know why. I'm just terrible. Helicopters. See the first point about jets. Number 3, see the above picture with obliteration. I found that daunting. Number 4, commander mode. Don't worry. I'm not going to touch it. I'm probably not going to touch it for a year until I watch multiple YouTube videos on how to be a commander. Number 5, playing the darn game. I'm just really looking forward to playing Battlefield. I love playing first-person shooters. I love playing those games, immersing yourself in the battlefield, the sounds, the destruction, the noise, the camaraderie, coming together, finding the objective, things like that. All those things are things I truly love doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is my second Battlefield video. First one actually talking about the game. The first one was a parcel trailer recap, which is pretty much what my mind was doing when I watched the video. Check it out. If you guys enjoy this, please like, subscribe, comment. I really enjoy back and forth in the comment section, so let me know what you think. I really hope to hear from you guys. That's one of my favorite parts of doing these videos is, going back and forth with you guys in the comments, your thoughts, perspectives. And please don't forget, like I said, like or subscribe. I'll be making more videos. I'm pretty much a video a day kind of guy. I truly enjoy this because of you guys. I hope you guys have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and head to bed.
Good night, Daddy.